we say. Um, so we want to make sure of that. So how's everyone doing? I'm seeing some faces, I'm not seeing some, but how's everyone doing? If you're having a pretty
Good.
okay day, give me a thumbs up or say good if
Fine,
you don't want to
fine,
come on
fine,
camera.
fine.
All right, nice. And how many people are here for part one of our presentation?
I think I am.
Yes,
Okay.
I was.
I was.
Okay. So most people seem to have been here. So we were talking about taking care of ourselves, and we discussed that taking care of yourself includes the spiritual, the physical, the mental, right? And we talked about being closer to God, being drawn closer to God, and some of the things that we do, the praise and worship, going to church, reading the Bible, praying, etc., and just being in close communion with God. And we discussed about the mental health. We had a social worker, a licensed social worker who came here and spoke about the importance of mental health and some of the things that we can do to ensure that mentally we are there and we are taking care of ourselves. Especially as women, we tend a lot of times to take care of others and neglect taking care of ourselves. So part of the presentation that week was talking about how we need to make sure, even if it's just for selfish, non-selfish reasons, right? If you want to take care of your children, your loved ones, your parents, whatever it is, you have to be in a position to take care of them. So you're forced to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And then we talked about physically, what we do for self-care, some of the things that we put in our bodies, how we eat, how we cleanse ourselves. And so this evening, we're going to continue, like just wrap that up on the physical part of it, right? A big part of taking care of yourself, cleansing yourself is elimination. Now, a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but how many people can say they go to the bathroom and have a bowel movement every single day?
Hey,
Hey,
All right,
hey,
good.
twice a
Nice.
day.
Yes. Anybody else?
yes,
Yeah.
twice a day.
Okay, wonderful. Is there anybody who this is not happening daily? Like, okay, you don't go every single day. So you don't have to say it. We have people who don't go to the bathroom every single day and like having a bowel movement I'm talking about, right? And then you have the ideal thing is I'm from Jamaica. I don't know how many people are from Jamaica, and we talked about chickens, right? People used to tease you and say you're like a chicken, you eat, and as soon as you eat, then you go to the bathroom. And really and truly, that's how we're supposed to be. We are supposed to go to the bathroom every single time we eat because your colon is not a storage unit. Your colon is just an elimination unit, right? So you eat, it's supposed to go through your digestive system, go through your colon, a part of your digestive system, and then you just eliminate, right? It's not supposed to be stored there. So what happens is when you eat, the ideal thing is now your body is like, okay, something else is coming in. Whatever is there before it should be pushed out. The problem is sometimes because of whatever reason, it can be stress, it can be lack of fiber, it can be lack of water if you are dehydrated. All these reasons can happen that you're not eliminating properly. And then it just gets compounded, or we have like the snowball effect, right? So we have just a little bit sitting there in the colon, not coming out, and then a little bit more gets added, and a little bit more gets added, and then before you know it, you're compacted, and you're not going every day, and you have all of these issues, right? But if we're eating properly, then that should be a natural thing where we eat, we go, we eat, we go. So if you eat 2 times a day, you go 2 times a day, right? Ideally, when you wake up in the morning, you get up, you have your glass of water, like you may take, the warm water or room temperature water with the lemon juice added to it. You drink a glass of that. And most times, most people will tell you that within half an hour or so, then they have the need to go. Because I like to get up in the morning, drink my water, go to the bathroom, shower, and I go to work. Because I don't like doing that at work, right? Everybody's different. I'm not comfortable. I'm more comfortable sitting in my bathroom and taking care of that. And I like to start that day fresh because you were sleeping for a while, right? And your system was processing the whole time you were sleeping. And you're like, okay, all of this now needs to go. All right. So what I'm going to start with is just something that I got from, how many people have heard of Eden Lifestyle? Eden Lifestyle, they are a health and wellness center, and you can actually go there. Okay, Nicole said she has. So you can go there and stay there. You reside there and they take care of whatever health issues, or if you just want to reset. But one of the things that they mentioned that I like, it's called a smooth move. And it's for if you're constipated or you have not got to the point where you're going to the bathroom every single day, or you're not going as regularly as you should. There are different things that you can do. Like I mentioned, drinking the warm water in the morning with the lemon juice added. You can drink prune juice in the morning. This one is something a little bit more like it's, the name says smooth move, it's going to move you. So it's supposed to make everything go. So I'm going to start with that, and then we go on to something a little bit more pleasant. How about that? All right. Okay. So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to switch cameras because I'm actually going to try to, let's see, let's hope this works. Okay. I tried it and it works, but you know how things are, because it worked then doesn't mean it will work now. But let's try this. Because I want to actually show you what it is that I am doing. Are you hearing me? Okay, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, let me turn that off, or
Yeah.
we're going to keep getting an echo. Sorry about that. Is that better? Nope, I can still hear it. I'm going to try one more thing. Okay, that should be better now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Of course. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right, so I'm sorry about that. So can you see what I'm doing now?
Yes.
I just wanted to switch the camera to out here. Perfect. So we're gonna do the smooth move, and I have here prune juice. Right now, the prune juice, it's important that all it is prune juice. It's not sweetened. There's nothing else added to it. It's just prune juice. And I'm going to do 3 cups of prune juice. So that's 1. 2, and you can make your own prune juice, right? Because it's basically soaking prunes in water. I'm gonna get a cup of prunes. This is just the dried prunes. Getting pretty full. And 2 tablespoons of flaxseed. So this I got at Trader Joe's.
Yes, you recognize that, right? And I'm
Mhm.
just putting in 2 tablespoons of this.
How many prunes?
Sorry?
A cup of prunes, 1 cup.
Yeah, 1 cup of prunes. And it looks brown and not the most pleasant of things, but it actually tastes pretty good, right? Okay, I didn't close that properly. But you blend this up, and then every night before you go to bed, you take a cup of it. And what that is going to do is going to move your bowels, try to get rid of some of that stuff that you had sitting there that wasn't moving before. And you keep taking it because it's mild enough to take. You keep taking it until you get to the point where you are going regularly. Okay?
Mhm.
Any questions around that?
Well, so you're saying if I were to take this a cup of this tonight, I might not go tomorrow, so I'll take another cup the next night and the next night and the next night.
Right. So it's not that you may not go tomorrow. You chances are 9 out of 10 you are going to go tomorrow, but it's eliminating a lot of what's been sitting there for a while and then getting your system back where it's going. You're going every day like you're supposed to. So you may go tomorrow, but you may need to still take it, because if you don't take it the next day, you're not going to go again, because you're going tomorrow because you took this, but you want it to clean you out properly to the point that even if you're not taking it, when you eat regularly, you're going every day.
Okay, and this is guaranteed to work.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's
Starting.
nothing in life that's fully guaranteed, but I would tell you that on average, everyone who's used it, it does work. And like with me, you know, I try to go very, very regularly, but the people are always laughing because I tell them I can eat like a whole bag of prunes and whatever, and it has no impact on me. Like it's like
Well, I
it's
was
like
about
eating
to
anything else.
I was about to ask you a question, because
Mhm.
sometimes I would eat 3 of them and I would go. Give me a couple of hours and I would
Yes.
go. You know?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, just
Yes.
3. 3 you need.
So now, like
How much
now that
flaxseed
I
are you
go
putting?
much more,
She put 2 tablespoons.
I'm putting in
Two
2
two
tablespoons,
tablespoons? Okay.
and yes, and someone
Okay.
asked if it was a ground flaxseed. No, this is just the flaxseed itself, right? I'm using. Now, if you want to use a ground flaxseed, you can use a ground flaxseed because then it's already ground. One of the things with ground flax seeds is when you buy it and it's been sitting there for a while, you kind of sort of lose the potency, because when you grind the flaxseed, you're now exposing it to air, and it's rich in omegas and all of that. But
Mm.
by you grinding it and leaving it, you lose some of the nutritional value. So you can just use the straight flaxseed. Okay,
And it's
thank you
also
for
good to keep
posting
it in
that.
the fridge.
And
Keep
you,
it in the
very
refrigerator.
good. You keep this in the refrigerator. I just took this out of the refrigerator. When you
Yes,
open it, you put it in the refrigerator.
right.
Okay? Any questions around that? Now, when we talk about elimination, we have what is one of the biggest eliminating system in our bodies?
The skin.
The skin, believe it or not, right? And a lot of times we do one of the big things that I mentioned the last time, we do anti-deodorant, and well, we do deodorant and antiperspirant, right? A lot of people will tell you, or some advocates will tell you, it's not good to use an antiperspirant because you need to sweat. Your body is eliminating stuff, but you don't want to smell. So you use a deodorant so you don't smell. but you still allow your body to eliminate. So that is why some of the deodorants that we use, because of the nature of them, they clog your they clog your pores under your arms, and then you get that buildup, and you're not eliminating like you should, right? As a matter of fact, someone mentioned about some of the studies that they've shown linking some of the ingredients in deodorants to breast cancer in women. So if you can, one of the things that I like to do is to keep that as natural as possible. I said before, I try to put things on my skin and my hair, on my face, things that are ingestible, things that I would normally eat. Like, yes, this morning I did a hair mask, and all of the things that are in it are things that I would normally eat, right? So I put tuna, aloe vera, castor oil, ripe banana, including the skin, which is extremely good for you, avocado, I don't remember what else, honey, molasses, blend it all up, and those things are all edible, right? They're all ingestible. And just put it on my hair for mask. Usually I do it like on a Saturday night and wash it out Sunday. Didn't do it last night, so I did it early this morning. And your hair is like really nice and soft and very, very moisturized. I used to have like really, really dry hair. And I remember Shireen came over one day and she did the whole thing with my hair. And then she's like, you know, when you take out the twist, your hair is going to be all nice. And I took out the twist and my hair looked like, in Jamaica, they call it kaya, like that thing from the, I don't, if you get that, it just looked like steel wool, or it was just like brash. There was no moisture to it, so it didn't have the curls. No, it was a disaster. But now with doing this consistently, you know, my hair is very moisturized, and it will hold the curls better, right? So going back to what I was talking about with the deodorant, I want to, I mentioned this last time and I told you guys I'd show it to you. I'm going to make a really, really, really simple deodorant that you are not going to believe that it can be this simple, and it's super, super effective. Now I'm going to grab me something from my refrigerator, because a lot of things that you use in your skin and your body, you can get out of your house, right? So you can do fresh lemon juice, or you can get lemon juice from the refrigerator. And I have a little bottle here, and I'm just gonna put some lemon juice in there and try not to make too big a mess. So this is lemon juice, that's all it is. Now in that lemon juice, I'm going to add some lemon oil. And Charmaine, can you tell what the benefit of lemon oil? Did Charmaine disappear on me? Anyone else? Lemon oil? So lemon oil is a purifier, and it also is a natural preservative, right? So I'm going to, if I can get this going, I'm gonna put a few drops of lemon oil in there, about 10 or 15 drops. I'll just use this dropper, probably easier. So I just dropped some lemon oil there. I just love it.
Oh,
I
can you
can
hear
drop
me,
some
Sister
tea
Annie?
tree oil.
I'm not hearing anything. On
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh,
I'm gonna add some tea tree oil, and the tea tree oil is also a natural preserver, but it's also antibacterial, antifungal, right? So it's gonna be really, really helpful with that deodorant. Okay, good, we're getting it out. tea tree oil, some people can be sensitive to it, right? So whatever you're using and you're going to put tea tree oil in, start out small and then work yourself up just because in order to determine your tolerance level. And I'm going to put some eucalyptus oil in it.
I was about to say that.
This also is, yes, it's very soothing and it smells good. And that's it. Now I'm going to add, let me see, make sure I have it, lemongrass to it because I love the smell of lemongrass. So I can put a couple drops of lemongrass. If you like lavender, you can put lavender in it. You can put any oil that you like the smell of. And that's it. I have a little bit top that I put on there. Shake it up. And that's my deodorant.
Exactly.
Believe it or not. Sit out of your kitchen.
Voila.
Arlene,
Yes.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's the preferred brand for these oils? The purest oil.
Yeah, so you have essential oils that you can get, like almost everywhere you go, you see people selling essential oils. So you just want to make sure you're getting it from a reputable brand because, again, this is something that's going on your skin, right? So if it goes on your skin, it's going to get into you, or it's going to get into your bloodstream as well. So it's almost like you're eating it, you're ingesting it. So you have to be careful of the quality. So I use, this is one brand that I got on Amazon, Sun Essentials. There's another brand that's called Now, N-O-W. I use them as well. There's Young Living. It's really, really good. And it's been around forever, like, you know, trusted and tried and true. So just make sure.
It's expensive, it's good. Not the cheap ones.
It's expensive, but it's good. If you're getting, say you go to some place and you get this oil and they're saying, oh, it's essential oil, it's really good. And this bottle is like, say, for $5, don't buy it. I don't even want to know what brand it is. Don't buy it because essential oils are extracted using different methods, right? And if you use like a really good method, you can't sell a bottle of this for $5. You can't. You just can't. So that is telling me that they may have carrier oils because a lot of times it will say, for example, you say tea tree oil, and it is tea tree oil, but it has a carrier oil. They're allowed to do that. So the carrier oil may be olive oil. So you are buying this bottle of tea tree oil, there's like a quarter of it is tea tree oil and 75% is the carrier oil. So you want to read the ingredients and make sure it's just the essential oil.
Thank you.
And this deodorant, you're welcome. I have testimonials, teenage boys, men, people who've gone to doctors. You know, I had, when was the first time I ran this, Nicole? Do you remember? Maybe 2 summers ago. And people have been using it and saying they've been going to the doctor trying to get it, get deodorant that they don't smell, and this works. Out of your kitchen, simple things.
Would you repeat the ingredients?
So it's 1 ounce of lemon juice, and then you're going to add. And if you're close to me and you need a bottle, or we can get the bottle to you, we can get some of these bottles out to you because it's convenient. It's, you know, it has a roller, so you can just use it.
I'll give you a joke, Arlene.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead now. 1 ounce lemon.
Okay, 1 ounce lemon juice and like 15 drops of eucalyptus oil, tea tree oil, and lemon oil.
You can also spray your body with it, rub it all over.
Right. So if you don't have like a roll-on bottle, You can put it in a spray bottle and spray it, or you can just pour it on your hand like that, rub it under there, and you use it that way. Okay.
Okay.
Unbelievable,
much does
right?
this make?
Stuff from your house and from your refrigerator, and it works. I'm sorry.
How much does this make? Not
So
much,
this, I don't know if you're looking on the screen. So this is like a 1 ounce bottle, and this will last you a little while because you're just rolling it under your arm. It's gonna last you a little while. Okay. And then the last thing I want to so that is one portion of elimination, right? You're eliminating something natural. It's a natural process, but you really don't want to smell with it, right? The other thing is you take a shower and you wash your hair, you put moisturizer on your skin, you put stuff in your hair. Again, I'm not going to use something on my body that I wouldn't normally ingest, so, because it's going to go in my body anyway. So you can make your own body wash, right? That's going to cleanse your body, keep it all natural, everything that's going in there. And the same body wash I use a body wash, I maybe add a little bit more moisturizer to it, and I also use it to wash my hair. All right. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Some people are going to say they don't want to do it, so I have something in store for those people. But do we want to see the body wash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. So the body wash, let me make sure I have everything here. I have lavender. I like the smell of this one too. All right. So for the body wash, you're going to need honey. You're going to need 4 ounces of raw honey. You're going to need 4 ounces of coconut oil. And you're going to, I'm sorry, let me make I'm just going to make a small bottle here. So I'm going to cut that in half, right? So I'm using 2 ounces of the honey and 2 ounces. And I'm going to get my honey from my kitchen, right? And I'm going to get my coconut oil. All right. So the raw coconut oil, the really good stuff, you guys are familiar, right? That if you put it down, it will seep, right? For the people who are back from in the Caribbean and stuff, when you used to make the coconut oil, or if you even get it now, you know that the real coconut oil, if you put it down for a while, it's gonna get hard, right? So what I'm doing here, so this is just something, I just put this on the stove, and this, I just put it on here because I don't want to heat it, like put it in the microwave, and I don't want to put it on the fire. So this little pot has water in it. I put this over it, and I melt my coconut oil this way. All right. So the only thing that I'm going to use that you probably would not drink is the Castile soap. Castile soap, though, is made from vegetable oil. So that is why, and it's a natural process. All they do is they add lye to it and remove to get the soap extract. So it's a natural ingredient, and that is why, even though it's not something that's sitting in my fridge, it's made from vegetable oil, and I'll use it. I'm gonna clean this out so I can use it. I still have some flax seeds sitting in there. Okay. So from here, I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. So if you want to do it smaller, you can cut it in half. But since I have this much coconut oil, let me just use it. So 1/4 cup is 4 ounces, right? So that's my 4 ounces coconut oil. I'm gonna put it here. Let me put this here so you can see. Okay, is that better? You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the 4 ounces of the coconut oil. Then I'm gonna put the honey. So same 4 ounces of the honey. I think I did. Did I do 4 ounces?
How much lavender?
Okay. I didn't do that test yet. Hold on. The lavender you're putting in there because you know you just want it really to smell good. We're gonna I put tea tree oil in this because tea tree oil, like I said before, it's an antibacterial, antifungal, and it's a body wash. So sometimes like when I'm doing my body wash, when I used to buy body wash, I used to buy the antibacterial version because sometimes, especially as women, you know, if you're not washing, like some people, I guess, just get like itchy skin more than others. So I used to use antibacterial body wash. So now I just put the tea tree oil in there for that purpose. I'm going to put some the vitamin E oil, a teaspoon of vitamin E oil. And the vitamin E oil is going to help to moisturize your skin. And it's also a preservative for your body wash. My son was supposed to be here helping me, but. Okay, so that's vitamin E oil. And then I'm going to just put some eucalyptus oil. Let me see which one I did. Oh, I did the tea tree oil. And I told you guys I like lemon oil, right? The lemongrass. So you can put some sweet orange in it, and you can put some, I'll use this one. Lemon. I like lemongrass.
How much tea tree did you put?
I put about maybe 15, 20 spoon drops. And again, remember what I said earlier, if you haven't used it before, just try it because it makes some people are sensitive to it, right? And I'm putting the eucalyptus oil in it because it makes it smell really good. And then to that, you're adding 1/2 cup of the Castile soap. I think I did more than half.
Excuse me, what kind of soap is that again? Can you spell it, please?
Castille.
Thank you.
Is
You're
it a
welcome.
Dr. Bronner's?
Dr. Bronner's is one brand. It's a very, very popular brand of it. And I'm trying not to mix it too much because I don't want it to start sudding, but it doesn't sud a lot. And then you can just pour it in a bottle. And now I have something to use to shower with, and I have something to use to wash my hair.
And how much
With just-
Castile soap did you use?
8 ounces,
8 ounces?
4 ounces.
4 ounces.
I use 1/2 cup, yes.
Thank you.
Can you list all the ingredients
Okay.
afterwards? Thanks.
Okay, so I'll try, let's see. Shireen, are you on? Are you able? I can just, let's see if I can put it
I'm
on the
here.
chat.
I'm here.
Okay, so it's 1/4 cup. I was gonna try to paste it on the chat. 1/4 cup coconut oil, 1/4 cup raw honey, 1/2 cup liquid Castile soap, 1 teaspoon vitamin E oil, like 15 drops eucalyptus oil, sweet orange, lemon, grapefruit, whichever one you want to use, you know, but make sure you get like one of the, or either the orange, the grapefruit, the lemon, make sure you get that in there because it's also going to help with preserving it, right?
So each oil is 15 drops, correct?
Yes, and the lemon, like I said, the lemon or orange or grapefruit that you put in there, make sure it's 15 drops. You want 1 teaspoon of the vitamin E, but then the rest of them kind of sort are up to you. And the tea tree, like I said, don't use too much at the beginning until you're sure how you're going to react to it. But like the lemon and the eucalyptus, the lavender, all of those that you put in there, it's up to you. You know, your own preference. If you want it to smell like really lavender or really eucalyptus, then, you know, you use it. Because once you make it and you put it down, so you're going to take a shower and you're like, I smell it, but it doesn't smell strong enough. Then you can just add a few more drops of your essential oil of whatever scent, fragrance you want.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. But you use it,
The
you
orange
come
lemon.
out of the shower, your skin is super smooth, moisturized, and your skin just feels really, really wonderful. Some people tell me they take the shower at night, they use it, they don't even bother to put on any skin cream or anything on their body because I don't like using deodorant or lotion or anything on my skin before I go to bed because I like to let my skin breathe throughout the night. So, you know, it's really nice to have something mild and moisturizing like this, so you don't have to worry about putting something on your skin.
So it gives a good lather, correct?
It's not going to lather as much as your regular body wash. I'll tell you that. It will lather, but it's not going to lather as much, but you're still being clean, right? And if you get a good oil, the good olive, because the coconut oil is going to cut down a little bit on the ability for it to lather, right? But you get a good coconut oil and get a good Castile soap, you'll get that lather.
And where can I get that soap?
What brand of Castile soap do you use? The original one, none of those that are flavored with lavender and stuff, right? Just a plain one?
The plain one, because you're going to flavor it the way you want it scented. And then a lot of times once you start introducing, okay, I'm going to buy the scented one, then you're introducing other products into it that you have no control over, that you don't know how good they are, the quality of those things. So it's better to just get the original, just plain. You just want Castile soap of the same thing that came out of the vegetable oil. That's what I want.
So where can I purchase the Castile soap?
I'm sorry?
Where can I purchase the Castile soap? Where can I purchase that soap?
Castile soap, like you can get it online. You can get it from like Whole Foods. Dr. Brunner is a very, very popular Castile soap. You know, people attest to it's pure, it's clean, it's really made from vegetable oil. It's done, you know, properly. So that's a popular brand, but it's not the only brand out there. But that's one of the most well-known brands.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
When you said orange, lemon, or grapefruit, are you talking the juice or the oil?
The oils. So I'm talking about. Let's see if I can do this. It's the oils. You can always get like. I'm trying to switch this. So like that is my little setup, right? I converted my sunroom into almost like a mini sanitarium. And I have all those different oils that, you know, so I love getting my own oils. And you can also make your own oil, but that's another story for another day. But you can, like right now, under here, I have where I'm making my own lemon cleaner. You can make your own, see, I just need to add some more glycerin to this. You can make your own fabric softener. it's just an attempt to keep everything as natural as possible. So you know exactly what it is that you're putting on your skin because it's going to go into your bloodstream, or it may go into your bloodstream. So,
okay. So
how many people
what
think?
about?
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, no, go ahead, because I was going to ask how many people think they're going to do this while I'm switching back to
Okay.
my other.
What about using lye in the soap, in the making of the soap? Is lye something natural or not?
So it's not, it's, you don't, it doesn't end up in the product. It's a byproduct. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, because a friend of mine was telling me that we could do it. It's a bar soap that we'd end up with.
Yeah.
Because she said they did it and put the essential oils and stuff in it. But they use
Yes.
lye.
Okay, so
Okay.
you can use the bar soap. If you can make a bar soap, you can make a body wash. So the bar soap, to make the bar soap, is a little bit more involved, because then think about it, you're going to have to now shape it and set it so that it becomes hard. Or so I started out making bar soaps for myself, but I like body washes. So I said, okay, let me make a body wash instead of a bar soap, because that's just my preference. I prefer to use a body wash, right? And there are body washes that you can use without putting in the Castile soap, but they're not going to sud. And a lot of people, they feel like they're not really being clean without sud. But you have body washes you can make without using the Castile soap. Okay, so how many people think, and I'm going to switch back to this one over here.
How many people feel that they're going to try any one of these things?
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try for sure.
I'm gonna try. For sure.
I'm going to try.
Anybody think they'll try it?
Yes, because I am having problems.
Okay, I see someone saying they're going to do them all. So a lot of times we want to do these things, and then we may say we may not have the time, or we don't know where to get it, or we just don't want to do it. So I started out wanting to do things naturally, and I started out actually with Shireen, and I invited Shireen to come on and to talk about that. Just 2 minutes, 3 minutes, Shireen, telling us a little, because Shireen took that vision of saying, okay, here I am, I'm going to use natural products, no chemicals, no all of these preservatives, none of those things, and I'm going to make the product. And she started out doing it just like I was doing for herself and her family, because she had sensitive skin and she wanted to find something that was going to take care of herself. And now she's made it into a business, right? So she actually sells products that are made 100% natural, and she sells them. They're in Nature's Way in Stratford. I think she's now on Amazon. Are you on Amazon? Well, she can tell you in a brief. So, Shireen. So
Yes,
I know I kind of sort of started talking about it, but maybe you could expand a little. What pushed you into doing this?
of course, yeah. Well, it started from.
We're not hearing
hi,
you.
everyone. Good evening. Good evening.
We can
Oh,
hear
you
her.
can't hear me. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we're hearing.
We're hearing you.
Okay, so everyone can hear me. Okay, great. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
Sorry.
okay, awesome. So I actually started several years ago because I used to be a member of Calvary, and we had a health seminar in the evening. It was a health day, and then in the evening there was a someone coming and he did a presentation on the foods we eat and exercise and breathing and all that stuff. And that led me down a whole roller coaster. First, I stopped eating chicken, which was very difficult. And then, you know, my husband and I started talking about perming, you know, what I use in my hair, relaxers and things of that nature. And I was reluctant to stop doing that because it's very difficult to take care of all this hair. It's a lot of hair. But that all led me down the path of really looking at the things that I use and how it impacts impacts me overall, my overall health. And what I learned through my whole journey is how important the skin is. Like we think about the things that we ingest a lot, and we think that's where the health, your health journey or where it should end. But really, your body is the largest, your skin is your largest organ. And that takes in a lot of the environmental things in the environment, like that comes off car exhaust, and there's a lot of toxin in the environment. And so that led me into researching different products and how to make my skin and my body just healthy as possible. So my brand really didn't even start off as a business. It started off just as something for my family, as Arlene said. And then people started asking me what I was using, and that's how Just Living Natural started. So we have been going on strong since 2014, and we're now in 4 stores in Connecticut, and we're working on expanding that brand. Yes, so we're in Edge of the Woods in New Haven, we're in Time and Seasons in Hamden, we're in Nature's Way here in Stratford, and we've just, well, about 2 months now, we're in Woodbury. It's New Morning Market in Woodbury. So we are working on expanding that, but we're also online, and you can also purchase things to get delivered or picked up, depending, because the delivery is I have a select people that I might offer that to, just because of my time. But yeah, I focus on using products that you can ingest. Yes. If I can't eat it, I don't want it. Even when it comes down to soaps, I'm very careful. Even people always ask me, do you make soaps? Do you make soaps? And my answer is no, because when I started to research about lye, it starts off natural, but it goes through this whole process. And even in using it, you have to wear a mask and goggles, and they advise you to do it outside. And I'm like, if it's that toxic that I got to take it outside, I don't want it. Yes. So but that's me just being extra. Of course, there's a lot of people that uses the line. They may get, you can, if you want to make your own bar soap, instead of going through that whole step, they do sell the base, soap base, where you can cut them up in cubes and melt it down and add your own things into it and then reform it. So just so you know, so you won't have to handle the lye yourself. Okay.
So what products, Shireen, do you make?
Well, I do offer like black soap, which we know that black soap is 100% natural. It does not contain lye. It's made in Ghana from coconut pods and plantain skins. And I also make different variations of it. So I break it down and I'll add lemon essential oils, because one thing I wanted to mention as you were talking, and I only have 2 minutes, but the essential oils that you're using, make sure that it is organic. That's what I would say, organic and pure, because there's a lot of them out there, and I'm not a fan of now, unless you're using it so maybe for like house care. But if you're going to be using it on your body, now is not really my go-to choice of brand, because it's a little lower tier of essential oils. Your essential oils are going to cost a little more depending on what type of essential oil it is. So if you're choosing, try to choose something that's organic. Some of the products that I do sell, like I have my infused hair food oil. So I try to infuse herbs into my oils, and so that helps to strengthen the hair. Again, you know, herbs, you can take them internally. A lot of the herbs that we think is only for internal, and we're taking them for tea or for cleansing, you can use it for your hair. They have antioxidants, They're good for strengthening your hair and allowing your hair to grow, to strengthen and cause the skin on your head circulation, so that blood can flow and your hair can grow. They also help in softening your hair. Like, I love this. This is my favorite herb, marshmallow root. Marshmallow root is great for so many things, gas problems, all kind, tummy issues, but it's also really great for hair. So we use that in our flaxseed gels. That's another thing that you can make yourself, or you can order from me. I'm a big proponent of natural products, but I do understand that people work. They don't have the time all the time. So that's one of the things that my business offers, which is also, you can also customize your order to suit your needs. So if you don't like lavender, I'm not a lavender fan. I don't really care for it. I don't know why. I remember when my customers started ordering it, I was like, oh God, I don't like the scent. But it's a really good essential oil. So if maybe that's not your fancy and you want to use ylang-ylang or geranium or something of that nature. But there's so many different essential oils that you can use. It's just that you have to be careful, because some of them, if you use too much, that can cause an irritation. Right. Some you use less of, some you can use as much of it as you want. Orange essential oil is fantastic, and you can use a lot of it, and it really doesn't cause any irritation. Most people.
It smells great, and it has many wonderful properties. But even with the flaxseed gel, it is so simple to make. It is ridiculously simple to make. It works just as effectively as the gel that you buy in the store without any of the harm. I mean, you're using flaxseed. That's it. Period. You're done. That's it. So there's so many things that you can do. Yeah. So Shireen does, and I know time is going, but Shireen does stuff for the hair, stuff for the skin. I am like every month I go, hello, don't you know that I must be running out by now? And she customized this body butter for me that is just heavenly. I love the smell of it, and I just stick with it. She goes, I try it. You want to try it? Nope. I love this one. That's me. Just leave me be. But Shireen, if you want to put your information in the chat, because again, like Shireen just said, and like I said at the beginning, these are things that you can do yourself. You can go in your kitchen, go in your cupboard, go in your pantry, grab these things and make these things yourself. If you feel like you need a launch, a starting point, or I want it, but I don't have the time for it, then we have people like Shireen who is going to make it using 100% natural stuff and make it how you would make it if you had the time to do it. So that's just an option. Okay, so Shireen, she's put her information in the chat. You can put her your phone number as well. And I do not talk about something that I myself do not believe in. And I've been using Shireen's products for maybe over 2 years now, because this is pre-COVID that I started using it. And it's one of the few things that I use on my skin that's all natural, and I can put it on in the morning and come home in the evening and I'm not looking ashy, even in the middle of winter. So really good stuff. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Shireen. All right.
No problem. No problem.
And
I'm going to drop my website and my phone number in the chat.
Yes, please do that.
So that you can ask me any questions.
Thank you so much. And I know we are at 8:12. We're supposed to finish at 8 o'clock. So I'll just take, if we have any last questions, and then we'll wrap up.
I do have, it's just a quick comment. I have a book called Back to Eden. It's written by Jethro Gloss. He was a Jewish herbalist from the 1800s. And it's just for those who don't want their mix to make their own soap, that he mentioned ivory soap in his book as the best soap to use on your skin. Because it has nothing in it, but it's pure. So it has nothing. It doesn't have any smell because they don't add any perfumes to it. Just if you don't want to make your own, but the ivory soap he mentioned as the best.
Yeah, a lot of times people talk about the Ivory soap because it's like it doesn't have the additives that most of the other soaps use. And like if you have sensitive skin, that's what you use because again, it doesn't have the additives. I like the idea of something that's plant-based, that's coming natural, that I know exactly what's in it. But yeah, so you know, there are different options available.
Can I add one more thing, Arlene, in terms of the Castile soap? Some of the brands, just wanted to let everyone know that some of the brands are a bit harsh.
Yes.
I don't know if the ingredients, they leave the skin dry, and some people experience itchiness. That's because I have sensitive skin, so I'm very careful with what I use. So if you do use these brands, you want to make sure you're buying it from a store that you can return it to, in case you do have, you know, itchiness from that brand. But adding other things to it, other things that are, as Arlene showed in her recipe, that are more nurturing to the skin might help with that. But I would suggest trying a Castile brand that has less names you don't know what it means. Some of these
you
are
want
made up of
something that has just Castile soap. That's it. No other ingredient, period.
Yeah. And the ingredients are there that make up the soap. So just make sure you're reading.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. And thank you guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope this was very, very helpful and goes along with what we're talking about, just self-care, making sure you're taking care of yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically. And my hope and my goal is that we will all get to that place where we're comfortable with the way God made us and treat our bodies the way he intended to, right? With the things that he gave us, the things of nature, the natural things. Thank you so much. And have a good night. Nadine, I'll turn it over to you to close.
Okay, thank you. Wow, wonderful
Thank you.
session. Lots of information. Thanks everyone for coming on. I hope that you learned a lot from this, and I guess the information will be on the chat when we're done here if you want to take a look at that. Sister McDonald, I see that you're on. If I could impose on you to close us out with a word of prayer.
Okay, let's bow our heads. Kind Eternal Father, we do thank you for this opportunity you have given us. There are so many things we need to learn about our body and how to take care of it. And you've provided the information through Sister Arlene and others. Help us as women as we come to this forum, that we may get something from it, and then we share it with others, and we'll be better persons when we leave here. Thank you for all you do in our lives, and continue to be with us as we go through the night, I pray, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Very useful. Thank
Good
you.
night. Thanks for coming.